anything, you don't need bigger tools. Let's say, for instance, now you looked at Photoshop and you notice that the whole interface is very crazy for you to learn and you don't know where to start from. I will advise that you just stick to platforms like Canva or Affinity Design, which is kind of owned by Canva as well. You can start from there, which will like kind of give you the kind of edge like what Photoshop has. You can start with that. If you're someone like me who loves Figma, I design most of my stuff with Figma to say, you can just start with Figma and from there, uh, I see when it comes to tools, I don't see any limitation with it. I can use any tool to achieve whatever I want to achieve. Though there are limitations with some tools. So for instance now, if you say the first thing we are looking at, which is Canva now, there are some things you'll not be able to do with Canva. Yeah. So don't come to Canva to come and use templates. Yes, get that right. Come to Canva to come and use the tool to design. So you don't need to overthink anything. So which will lead us to the second part of this 3 ways to start if I am to start my career as a graphic designer with less than a year or 2 years of experience. Just come to Pinterest. Based on whatever it is that you want to work on, let's say I want to design a flyer for a food business that I recently reached out to that I would love to design for them. So when you come to Pinterest, you can search for food flyers, food flyer design. Yeah. So, and it will show you a bunch of flyers to say by creators, graphic designers like us. Yeah. So, you can just see anyone related to what you are looking for. You know that looking at it on a service level, this particular one, I don't want to say you can force your way around it to achieve this with Canva, but it is very hard in a way to achieve this particular one with Canva. For you to achieve this kind of thing, is either you use Photoshop or Affinity Design, or you use CorelDRAW for most of the people that use CorelDRAW. So, but I'm telling us that this particular one, everything here is achievable with Canva. And when you finish this kind of thing, no client will ask you which tool did you use, as long as they've gotten the results of what they're looking for. This is just a simple menu. So, like something like this, you have to copy it, copy the image, you already copied it, come to Canva. So looking at the size matters in design. The format you are designing with. The basic format, let me look for a simple design with kind of basic format that we usually use. This kind of basic format now. This one is 1024 by 1024, which is 1080 by 1080 pixels, which is width and height, 1080 by 1080. But sometimes you can go beyond that. When you design this kind of format, at the end, it might not look, in a way that you will like it, the settings. But if you want something, you want your client to enjoy the whole view and everything, I will advise this kind of size, which is 1080 by 1200 or 1080 by 1300, which is 1300 height. So if you go for this kind of thing, I feel like this will work. This will look very kind of you have more space to put a lot of information. Your text, all the graphics, all graphics elements you are going to use will come out nicely. So I would just advise that since we have already picked this particular one that we want to use now, let's just head to our tool, which is Canva. So when it comes to Canva, I'm not trying to market for Canva, but I'm telling us that if you are not using Canva Pro, you may be limited in a way. So, you know, you'll not be able to use some elements in your design. I feel like, oh, how am I going to get elements? You'll not be looking for other platforms like FreePic, where you can download, or Envato to download some resources to use. So, but Canva Pro is just like 3K or 4,000 naira monthly, which is kind of affordable in a way. So, when it comes to Canva like this is the interface. Yeah, you can just come to the customize. On the customize section, you see the width and height. So the width now, just put 1080 by 1080, and your height, you put it at, let's use 112, let's use 1300. Yeah, 1300. So, and let's create new design. So to create a new canvas for us, you can see this is similar to what we've seen. Yeah. what we've seen here. And I'm telling us again that you can actually achieve similar thing like this with Canva as well. It's just that it will take your time looking for some settings around it, but you still not fully achieve it because of this shadow around the edges of this table. Now it is kind of very hard to do. Yeah, but you can still do something similar anyway, but not something close, not the same thing exactly. Unlike when you are using Photoshop to achieve that. So now, let's paste what we copied. So I will create a new page. You want to create a new page in Canva, just click, see this plus icon, click on it, and it will give you a new page. What we copied, let's paste it. So yeah. So I usually do something to see where I need to design. I will just crop it, crop the edges, crop the edges, crop the edges, and just increase the size, hold the edge, and increase it. So I'm not going to design this with us. Yeah, I'm not going to design this with us. Just show us that this is very, very, very achievable with Canva. One of the things we look at when you are doing this kind of design is the fonts. You want to use this the exact font they use. You do a lot of research around that before you see a very close font or the exact font they used. Or if you do not see that, you can use something like just come to Canva right now. Just click on T by the left, which is heading. Click on T here and start looking for the fonts from this left hand side. Start looking for the fonts you want to use. So if you're unable to get a font, let's say I want to stick to something around one of our headache as designers creative is fonts, the typography to use in our work. So I'm not sure if all this will work, but let me see this impact regular and put menu. Oh, everything is uppercase. So I don't want to, delete this particular thing again. I'll just come here, uppercase. Yeah, everything turn uppercase. So let's do something. So the background, I want to change the color of the background. You come to background color up here, and you come to color. See, to give us the suggestion color. Suggested color rather from the what we've pasted already. So let's pick this one. So and also let's change the color of this text to this. So now, so you can either drag it or you come to the upper part here, the up here, to increase the size. But as for my own case, I prefer to drag to my satisfaction. So you don't need to overthink anything. It's either you start rotating it like this to achieve what you want to achieve. I will not do that. Why this menu is still highlighted? I will come to position here and I will come down here to rotate. And I peg it at -90. Let's see what we come up. Yeah. So -90 works for us. Increase the edge, increase it like this. I think we are close. You see, but this is not the exact font that we want to use. So this is how we start. And also, by the time you start like that, a step at a time, you work on the starter, the deserts, everything. The deserts, right? Anyone. So yeah, if you work like that, you will quickly finish up on this particular design, and that's how you finish your design. So there's one thing around when you are done with your design and you are trying to export on Canva. If you're on a free account, you have some limitation. But if you want your design to be crispy, to like the quality to come out, the restoration to be very clean, when you want to export, just come to share up here. You see download. Oh, it's coming up. So okay, you see download here. So when you want to export, is that you export that JPG or the suggested PNG? So if I design flyer when I used to design flyers with Canva very well, I just click on PNG and increase the size to the highest. So and I will select the screen that I want to export. For my own case, I want to export PNG1. So now, and I will click on download. So with that, you download the highest quality. So we've downloaded it. Let's come back to our download on our PC to check what we've downloaded, and this is it. Let's open it to check. let me increase it. You can see, like, this is very clean. So imagine you are doing a simple flyer design for a business. This is how you achieve it. You don't have to rush with anything. Just take your time, do your research around what you need to do, come to Canva. So now you've already completed two steps and two steps to start your career as a graphic designer. So you have your source of information like inspiration where you need to pick inspiration you need to use. Then you come to your design tool, Canva in our own case. And the next thing is where you share this information. You can either share it on WhatsApp, Facebook. If you use TikTok very well, share it on TikTok and share it on LinkedIn, Instagram, and X, which is Twitter. So come to your socials, share your work on socials, post it. So you don't know who is watching you. You don't know when someone will reach out to you that, oh, I love what this guy is doing. I would love to hire this guy to work with me as a brand designer. And it is like that. The any other thing that you want to do around what I've said, what I've told you today is networking. Make sure you network with senior designers or your colleagues that you are doing similar thing. You guys can share ideas and just think of around how you can upgrade yourself to say, oh, maybe there's a challenge of like 7 days design, flyer design. You guys can jump on that and do something together. And if you don't see anyone you want to do that with, you can challenge yourself and just do something like that for yourself. Yeah, it's all about you at the end of the day. So do not see any limitation with what you can do. If you see that Canva is limiting you, I will say that you try Figma or Affinity Designer or Photoshop as a graphic designer. So you designing the flyer does not limit you to exploring other parts of design like brand design, which is brand identity. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and share. I will catch up with you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.